Hello everyone. I wanted to continue my legend series and I wanted to give you Gundappa Viswanath. I thought it was appropriate that Sunil Gavaskar and Gundappa Viswanath comes consecutively, not just because they are related, but the similar stars. Both of them were called the Little Master as well. Gundappa Vishwanath's full name was Gundappa Renganath Vishwanath. He was born 12th February 1949 in Mysore, Karnataka, and he was a few months older than Sunil Gavaskar, who was born 10th July 1949. And he was fondly known as Vishy in the cricket circles. I've heard Vivian Richards, Michael Holding all say Vishy in the commentary box. And he was regarded as one of India's finest batsmen in the 1970s, especially. And he played 91 test matches and he scored 6,080 runs at an average of 41.93, and he scored 14 test hundreds and his highest score was 222 runs. And he has a record. I mean, he was the only player at that point to score, even after that, I think, for a while. He is the only one who has scored a double century on his first class debut and a century on his test debut. And Gundappa Vishwanath was known for his timing more than his power. I mean, he had all the shots in his book, but square cut was his best shot. I mean, especially against the fast bowlers. I've seen a lot of clippings. He was very good of the square cut against the fast bowlers, and even the late cut, he was very good. And he was an excellent hooker and puller of the cricket ball as well. And he was first called the Little Master. I mean, I've heard Sunil Gavaskar say once, maybe out of humility, that Sunil Gavaskar is just a normal batsman and that Gundappa Vishwanath was an absolute genius. I mean, West Indies, they all regarded Gundappa Vishwanath as a highly talented batsman. He was excellent. And against Australia and West Indies, both of them who had excellent pace attacks in the 70s and 80s, Gundappa Vishwanath had a test batting average of more than 50, which is a very notable thing. And he played his best innings on challenging wickets as well, which is a mark of a great batsman. And Gundappa Vishwanath played from 1969 to 1983. That was his international test span. And another record that Gundappa Vishwanath has, I don't think many players or anyone can claim that. I've said that he has scored 14 test hundreds for India. None of them resulted in an Indian defeat. I mean, when he scored 100, India always either won the match or drew the match. India has never lost a test match when Gundappa Vishwanath has scored 100, and that is a very rare achievement that a lot of players cannot claim. And he was known for he was one of the most elegant batsmen of the time, and he was very wristy. And like I mentioned, I mean, he was known for his timing more than his power. And another thing about Gundappa Vishwanath, he in 1974-75 in that series against West Indies in Madras, he scored 97 not out of a total of just 190 when there was Andy Roberts in that West Indian team, and Andy Roberts was in excellent form in that time. He scored 97 not out of a score of 190. It was a difficult pitch, and Wisden selected that innings as the 38th all-time best test innings and the second best non-100 innings because it was 97 not out. It was a challenging wicket against a formidable bowling attack. So that's how Gundappa Vishwanath was. I mean, on challenging pitches, he always brought out his best. And and by the way, I forgot to say something in my last video about Sunil Gavaskar. I wanted to say that so much, and I just forgot it at the spur of the moment. The school that I studied, Bishop Moore Vidyabid, the boarding school that I studied, the cricket ground was inaugurated by Sunil Gavaskar in the 70s. It is the only ground that that has been inaugurated by Sunil Gavaskar in my state, Kerala state. I mean, for people who are not from India, from South Africa especially, my province is Kerala, and Sunil Gavaskar, the only ground that he has inaugurated was the school that I studied, Bishop Moore Vidyabid Mavelikara. Sorry. And I have put a video in my YouTube last year about the ground, and I have given pictures of the video of the Sunil Gavaskar Stadium with his name on it. And like I mentioned in my video, Sunil Gavaskar's sister was married to Gundappa Vishwanath. And another thing about Gundappa Vishwanath, in 1975-76, when India toured West Indies, he scored 112 at Port of Spain, Trinidad. And that is the test match, the very famous test match where India chased 403 in the fourth innings. Sunil Gavaskar also got 100 in that test match. But that is not the series that India won in West Indies. That was 1971 when Sunil Gavaskar made his debut. This was 1975-76. India chased 403 in the fourth innings, and that record stood for many years. I think more than 30 years until West Indies broke it when they chased a bigger total against Australia when Sarwan and Chandrapal got that runs against Australia. So that is my video for Gundappa Vishwanath, an absolute gem of a batsman that India produced. And here another thing that I want to say, he was my father's favorite batsman. My father regarded Gundappa Vishwanath as the best batsman that he has ever seen. And Gundappa Vishwanath also served as the chairman of the selection committee for the BCCI in the late 90s, I remember. And that is the time when a lot of Karnataka players came into the team. A lot of Karnataka, more than 7, 8 Karnataka players came into the Indian team at that time when Gundappa Vishwanath was the chairman of selectors for BCCI. Gundappa Viswanath, a lot of people might not know, or the older generation people would definitely fondly remember Vishy as he is fondly known, but a lot of new generation children would never know Gundappa Viswanath. So that is one of the reasons why I put these videos as well, for them to get used to the players of the older generation. It's very important to know the history of cricket, the history of the players that have been legends before, because that is the legacy that continues through the new generation. So it's very important for the new generation to understand the players of the older generation and to read about them. And probably these days with YouTube and all, you can even check the videos of them. So that is my video for Gundappa Vishwanath. Just a recap about some of his rare achievements. One, scoring that double century on his first class debut, and that century on his test debut, which was a first to happen at that time. Then that 14 test hundreds that he has scored hasn't resulted in a defeat for India. All the 14 hundreds that he scored, India has either won the test match or drawn. And also that 112 of Port of Spain, Trinidad, where India chased 403 against West Indies in 1975-76. And for his square cuts, again, it's worthy to mention that he was a master of playing the square cuts against the fast bowlers, especially, and he was an excellent puller and hooker of the ball as well. So that is my video for Gundappa Vishwanath, one of the rare gems India have produced and highly, highly respected across the cricketing world. I mean, if he could have actually played a lot more and he could have scored a lot more runs. It's unfortunate that he had to stop playing when he did. But anyway, an absolute record that he has, a legend of the game. So take care, everyone. Thank you for joining in, and please do give your comments at the end. I've said in my last video as well, it would be great to hear what you think about the different players. There have been a few comments in some of my videos, and it's very intriguing to hear what you think of them and your experiences with them. There was also someone mentioning that he did meet Wasim Akram in South Africa once, who was a coach in South Africa as well. So anyway, thank you everyone. Take care. God bless you.